Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. And he'll get this up to about the 40. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over. Rest of the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Etienne up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run here with Connor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Snoop Connor with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll look to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They run behind center with Connor, and he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 27. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is going to have a Jags first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Got an open man, it's Washington. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action. It's Tannehill. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, 35 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Ryan Tannehill and the Titans going to get the football back, and he'll be looking to snap a pretty unwelcome start to this ball game. Interceptions on his first 3 drives. We'll look to turn things around here as they start with a first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 21. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run with Etienne. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 102 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars open the lead up to 34-0. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw is Tannehill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run forward with counter. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. At this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And Ingram hauls it in. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown! Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jags just continue to roll.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Off play action, Tannehill. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Etienne once more. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Tannehill on 1st down. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill now to throw.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Tannehill. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Foye Sade-Aluakin.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin with an AFC South matchup in Indianapolis, as Houston is in town. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their...
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars extend their lead yet again. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Tannehill.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The trick play works. He's got the first.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now a carry here for their full. And a loose football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
13 yards down to the 13.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 148 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 56 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Josh Allen from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Succop's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 43 yards. And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's at cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Tannehill. That's caught by McMahon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. The give to the fullback on the dive. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Tannehill. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. This will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Another tote for Etienne. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, You could just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Tannehill throwing again. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw.
Now slant to Jones.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like
this is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Jags,
they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Titans,
they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.